ഒന്നും പ്രാവശ്യം ഞാനിങ്ങനെ ഈ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം വെച്ച് മാഡത്തിനോട് സംസാരിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിച്ചിട്ട് മാഡം നമുക്ക് പിടി തന്നില്ല. ഇവരൊക്കെ ആരടാന്നൊക്കെ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചാണ്.
സാറ് രാവിലെ ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ പാലയിലല്ല കേട്ടോ, കൊല്ലത്താണ്. മോള് കൊല്ലത്ത് ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നു. അപ്പൊ രാവിലെ ക്ലാസ് കേൾക്കാനുള്ള കൊതി കൊണ്ട് 7:30 വരെ ഇരിക്കും. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ കൂടെ സഹായിച്ചെങ്കിലല്ലേ അവർക്ക് ജോലിക്കൊക്കെ പോകാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ട് പിന്നെ ഫീഡ്ബാക്കും അതുപോലെ ഓപ്പൺ സെഷനൊന്നും പങ്കെടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
തുടങ്ങാം അല്ലേ?
തുടങ്ങാം.
കുട്ടി മാം വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഓക്കെ. ഹാപ്പി മോർണിംഗ് ടു എവ്രി വൺ. സന്തോഷവും ഐശ്വര്യവും ഒപ്പം ഒരുപാട് ദൈവാനുഗ്രഹങ്ങളും നിറഞ്ഞ നല്ലൊരു ദിവസം എല്ലാവർക്കും ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. വീണ്ടും ഒരു പുതിയ പ്രഭാതത്തിലേക്ക് കൂടി നമ്മെ ഉണർത്തിയ സർവശക്തന് നന്ദി. ഒരു ഗ്രാമത്തിൽ വ്യത്യസ്ത തോട്ടങ്ങളുള്ള ഒരു വൃദ്ധൻ താമസിച്ചിരുന്നു. ഓരോ തോട്ടത്തിനും അതിൻ്റെതായ സുഗന്ധവും നിറവും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ചിലത് പൂക്കളാൽ സമൃദ്ധമായിരുന്നു, മറ്റു ചിലത് പച്ചക്കറികൾ സുലഭമായി വിളഞ്ഞു നിൽക്കുന്നതായിരുന്നു. ആ തോട്ടത്തിൽ എല്ലാതരം പൂക്കളും പച്ചക്കറികളും ഒത്തുചേർന്ന് വളർന്നു. ഒരു ചെടിയിൽ നിന്ന് തന്നെ പലതരം പൂക്കൾ അവിടെ വിരിഞ്ഞു നിന്നിരുന്നു. ഒരു ദിവസം അതുവഴി പോയ ഒരു യുവാവ് ഈ തോട്ടം കണ്ട് അത്ഭുതപ്പെട്ടു. ഇത്രയേറെ വൈവിധ്യം എങ്ങനെ ഒരു തോട്ടത്തിൽ സാധ്യമാവും എന്ന് അയാൾ ചിന്തിച്ചു. വൃദ്ധൻ അടുത്തു വന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു, ഈ തോട്ടം എൻ്റെ ജീവിതമാണ്. ഓരോ ചെടിയും ഒരു വ്യക്തിയെ പോലെയാണ്. അവർക്ക് വ്യത്യസ്തമായ സ്വഭാവങ്ങളും കഴിവുകളുമുണ്ട്. എന്നാൽ അവർ ഒന്നിച്ചു വളരുമ്പോൾ അവരുടെ സൗന്ദര്യം വർദ്ധിക്കുന്നു. യുവാവ് ചോദിച്ചു, ചില ചെടികൾ മറ്റുള്ളവരെ തടസ്സപ്പെടുത്തുന്നില്ലേ? ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരുമിച്ച് വളർന്നാൽ? വൃദ്ധൻ ചിരിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, അതെ, അങ്ങനെ സംഭവിക്കാറുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ഞാൻ അവയെ വെട്ടിമാറ്റാറില്ല. അവയെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കും. എല്ലാ ചെടികൾക്കും സൂര്യപ്രകാശവും വെള്ളവും ആവശ്യമുള്ളതുപോലെ എല്ലാ മനുഷ്യർക്കും ആദരവും സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യവും ആവശ്യമാണ്. അവർക്ക് വളരാൻ സ്ഥലം നൽകിയാൽ അവർ അത്ഭുതങ്ങൾ സൃഷ്ടിക്കും. അയാൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി, വൈവിധ്യം തന്നെയാണ് സൗന്ദര്യമെന്ന്. അത് തടയുന്നത് വഴി അന്ധകാരത്തെ ക്ഷണിച്ചു വരുത്തുകയാണ് നാം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സുധാ സാർ നയിക്കുന്ന ടോട്സ് വെബിനാറിന്റെ 1578ാമത്തെ സെഷനിലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും ഹൃദ്യമായ സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ ഒരു സെഷന്റെ പ്രോഗ്രാം ഡയറക്ടറായി ഓഫ്ലൈൻ ടോട്സ് മെമ്പറും എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഒറീസയിൽ നിന്ന് നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ജോയിൻ ചെയ്ത് ഈ ഒരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിനെ ധന്യമാക്കുന്ന നമ്മുടെ സ്വന്തം സുനിൽ കുമാർ സാറാണ്. സാറിനെ വളരെ സന്തോഷപൂർവ്വം പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. വെൽക്കം സുനിൽ കുമാർ സാർ. പ്ലീസ് ടേക്ക് ഓവർ ദ സെഷൻ. താങ്ക് യു.
University diversity. Am I audible?
Okay, sir.
സാറ് രണ്ടെണ്ണത്തിൽ നിന്ന് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, അതാണോ പ്രശ്നം?
Okay. Welcome. Am I audible, sir?
Welcome, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ruby Madam, for the exciting insight about the diversity and with which we have to carry out life. Today, we are starting a journey, I would like to say, on transaction analysis. A humble attempt to explain about the transaction analysis, which so many people may be knowing. It is told that every human being is born, every human child is born as prince or princess, but we parents turn them into frogs. And the human destiny is decided by the experiences and memories of a child of less than 6 years old. So in each and every transaction, we are conditioned to be following a script with which we are interacting with other people, interacting with ourselves. We will interact with other people like as a parent, adult, or child. And this theory was started by Eric Berne. We know that. And whatever we are telling, whether the other people are understanding, and whatever they are telling, whether we are understanding. So the transactions are most important for our transformation, which decides our interpersonal relations as well as our success in the life. So today we are blessed to have our great mentor of our English platform, AD SURESH BABU sir, who is not required to be introduced here because he is a well-known figure. We are lucky to be having with him when he joined our ToTs platform in the initial classes. So for the sake of formality, I'm just telling his profile. He's a native of Puliyanur near Pala in Kottayam district, a retired Central Armed Officer. Having graduated in economics and taking master in business administration in HR, he has joined our Central Armed Police Force. Apart from that, he is a holder of graduate in fire engineering and postgraduate diploma in industrial safety, environment management, etc. He is also a trained nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare protection officer, and is exposed to various types of emergency management, because we know that emergency management is very much essential in our life, even in our normal life. While in service, he has served many states, and after that, he has served many industrial establishments. And he has been a faculty to many famous institutions like Power Management Institute of NTPC, National Power Management Institute under Minister of Energy, like that. He is also a visiting faculty of IGNO in the regional center Cochin in HR. I think he's one of his highlighted assignments. And the National Safety Council Kerala chapter, he was working as a faculty. Coming to his family, his wife is Sonia Madam, and blessed with two sons. Elder one Arvind Babu, an engineering profession, is an entrepreneur on his own. And elder son is Major Anand Babu, is serving as medical officer in Indian Army. And he is a founder member of Pala Management Association. I am also a member of Kolon Management Association. And apart from that, Arvind Babu is a Safe Zone Academy. I had an opportunity to complete 2 courses. One in Diploma in Transactional Analysis, as well as PG Diploma in Safety and Environment Management, which has helped me, not even in the personal life, in the professional life also. So let us welcome SURESH BABU sir for starting a series of, we are planning a sequel of transaction analysis, and as an introduction, SURESH BABU sir is now will be presenting an introduction of transaction analysis. So with much honor and pride, I invite you, SURESH BABU sir, for this platform, and the platform is yours, and I welcome all the participants to enjoy the transaction analysis. Thank you. Over to sir.
Thank you, Sunit sir. The best part of hearing from others that who you are, that is the best. That is the beautiful, and it is very pleasant to hear from somebody else that who you are. So on that time we will thought, hey, is it me itself? but the audience may not be knowing that the same thing has been given myself. So they all the informations. So that is also a part of transactions, what we do. Here, my first gratitude goes to Sudasa. So he is instrumental in bringing into these platforms. I was the fourth batch member for the ToTs. And we started this English session in the month of June or July 2020 at the time of Corona. From there, then onwards, you have been limited into that platform. But thanks to Mr. Sri Kumar, he joined in English platform. Then after that, he tried his hand in this 6:30 session by taking English classes. In fact, he motivated Ansari sir to take classes in English in these 6:30 sessions. Then Sumitra madam's taken, then Srikumar. So all these three things. Then the beginner in the English session, the starter, who has started the English session, has not given an opportunity, not ventured to take an English session in this platform. So with Sri Kumar, I am very thankful to you also. You also that you thought about the out of box, that why can't we take classes in this English language also, because since we all want to become international trainers, we don't want to limit our training proficiency here in Kerala itself or in Malayalam language itself. So we all want to do to try our hand, put our hand in the English sessions also, so that to become an international trainer, the language, not international trainers. If you want to go outside, if you want to take classes to other states people also, we need to have this language proficiency is required. So this is my testing also, whether I may be able to do justice to in this language, whether I am worth for that. So thank you, Sri Kumar. Also, my regards goes to you yourself, and Ansari sir also I remember, because he's the man who starts this. In fact, first he immediately he started it. Okay, I can take classes. Of course, that was the first class, I think. Thank you once again, and Sunil sir for the introduction. And with your permissions, may I share my. Sunil sir, I want to share.
Yes, sir. Please go on.
Please give me some time. I just want to check it whether it is correct. Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now let me check one or two trans. Which slide is visible?
Introduction to transactional analysis.
Now which one?
Objective of the session.
Okay. Then that means it is.
Yes.
Now it is introduction to transaction analysis, the first page itself. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Now, can you tell me who has started this? Suru sir was giving an introduction about that transactional analysis. Who was started this? Have you ever heard about this transaction analysis, TA?
Sherikban.
So I forgot one to mention one person's name, that is Tulasidaran Pillai sir. Tulasidaran Pillai sir, yesterday I couldn't hear you because of the network issues there, but I was so interested in this to hear knew about the neuro-linguistic programs. So thank you for that, sir. And this is a continuation of your endeavor to bring into the transactional analysis or language aspects into our day-to-day lives. So I am going to talk about the introduction. This is only an introduction, and we have planned, we have planned a series of sessions. And so it will be, now I am paired with Suril sir as well as Joby sir. And anybody else wants to join with us in this group, so they can also take a part of the transaction analysis continuously forward. So we are planning to take it to a 5 or 6 sessions to complete the transaction, because every time when somebody takes transaction analysis, they started with the introduction. After that, they limited to their transactions with a parent, adult, child. After that, nothing is there. So beyond that parent, adult, child, what we know, I am okay, you are okay. Beyond that, also transaction analysis did, and there is the crust of this. The crust of this transaction analysis not in the PSC alone. It is beyond that. So we want to do that. We want to introduce that also to the audiences to this. Let me start with this. So what is transaction analysis? This is just an introduction for you. And Rajiv Philip sir is very active here. Can you read this for me, sir?
Yes. What is transactional analysis? Transactional analysis is a psychological model that helps us understand how we communicate and interact with others. It was developed by Dr. Eric Berne in the 1950s, later expanded upon by Dr. Thomas A. Harris.
Thomas A. Harris. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So it is not the Eric Berne alone. It was after that many psychologists joined this venture. Then after that, now what we are now available with the transaction analysis is not the original transaction. It has changed a lot. So we just talk about the Eric Berne. He's a Canadian psychiatrist in the 1950s. He's pioneer working in understanding human communications. That he was into the human communications. He was in the intricacies of the communications, the characteristics of the communications, and then he coined the word transactions. Transactions, he coined it. And Jobizar was telling last time when he was taking class, who told that my life is not my message. So Eric Berne has got some difficulties in his life. So he told this is his quote that his life is not his message. Am I correct, Jobizar? It was told by Jobizar to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So thank
The
you,
reverse of
Jobizar.
Gandhiji is saying.
His life is not his message. Okay, thank you very much. So now let us go to the formalities. The objective of the session. So objective of the session is to introduce the concept of transaction analysis through a series of sessions with an intention of effecting changes in the transactions for a better living. So the ultimate aim of this is that we need to bring some changes into your day-to-day life. So it envisages that after this session, the participation could identify some of the aspects of interpersonal transactions. We are not claiming that it will be an ultimate solution to that. So it is not a panacea, but maybe just dwell into some of the aspects of the transaction analysis propounded by Eric Berne. So now let us go to the introduction to transactions, formal introduction. Now, it says that it provides a framework for, it provides a framework for understanding human behavior, then its communications and relationships. So behavior itself, then communication and relation. Then how it is done then? TA focuses on analyzing interactions between individuals and emphasizes the analysis of ego states, which are internal psychological states of being. So what are the ego states, sir? According to Freud?
The parent, adult, and child.
That is the ego state was identified by Thomas A. Harris and Eric Berne. But there is ego, superego.
That is by Freud, no?
Sigmund Freud. What I mean, it was by
Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud. That is by Sigmund Freud. The ego and superego.
Superego. So actually, our psychology is we say that it is the base of this psychological aspects. Everything studies has been from the Sigmund Freud's. Before that, there are of course, but knowingly nowadays nobody is talking about the Sigmund Freud because the more developments has come, more studies has come on these aspects. So psychology, I think psychology has forgot. Students has forgot about Sigmund Freud. Nowadays,
Sir, Suresh sir, however, the Sigmund Freud is considered as the father of modern psychology.
The father of modern psychology, but later stage, so many developments has come, we forgot that. Because from our early childhood itself, we are hearing about Sigmund Freud. So on that time, we never heard about the Eric Berne because Eric Berne started in 1950s and come into effect. It spread in the 1980s and 1990s. So let us start it. So first rule of communications. First rule of communication is communication involves with what? Transaction means communications between. So there is a rules. First rule of communication is that every communications involve both a stimulus and a response. What can you help me by explaining this? What is stimulus and a response? Anybody?
Because with regard to communication, it is said one cannot but communicate. Communication is going on in every minute, every seconds of our life.
So
And
yes, can you tell me the stimulus as example of a stimulus?
Stimulus example is you versus Suresh Babu, you versus asking questions and we are responding it.
So that is the stimulus and that is so now I asked a question. I honestly request everybody that
example is what is your name? What is your name?
What is your name? See, I honestly ask somebody, ask the audience that can you tell me what is the stimulus? So that itself is a stimulus. That itself is a stimulus, and you have given an answer to that. That is the response.
Stimulus is the need, isn't it? Stimulus is the need of a person or need. Then there will be a behavior. Then there is a result.
But stimulus when we are going outside, when you are traveling, somebody calls your name. That is a stimulus. You respond. You turn your neck. You turn your head to the side. See, that is the response from your side. So for that purpose, the effective communications. Now I mind these words. Effective communications occurs when the stimulus and responses are. The effective communication occurs when the stimulus are. We talk about the effective communications. So communication happens when we quarrel also, when somebody is shouting on somebody's, there also the communication happens, but the effective communications happens when the stimulus and responses are in congruence. Congruence means it matches each other and align with the expected.
That works in harmony, sir. That works in harmony.
It works in harmony. And see, now the second word is align with the expected social norms of the interaction. Expected social norms of the interaction means now we are addressing each other. We are addressing each other with a suffix. As you believe, sir, Vincent Joseph, sir. So likewise, we are addressing each other in between. So that is aligning with the expected social norms of the interaction. That is why there is no clashes. This platform has been set as social norms. There's some norms like that. So we address each other with a suffix. Likewise, sir. We are not or Mr. Rajiv. Instead of what we are, the social norms in this platform is instead of calling Mr. Raju, what we do, Raju sir. So that is aligned with the expected social norms of the interaction. In house also we have to align with our family norms. When we address our mother, when we address our parents, when we address our siblings, when we address our friends, or we are having something is there. So that is called effective communications when these two things are there, two aspects are there. That is, one is congruent and another is the aligned with the expected social. So what we are talking about the stimulus and response. What is it? Any action, gesture or communication that prompts a reaction or response from another person. That is called stimulus. And the nature of the response can vary based on the state of mind. See here, the two aspects is there. Not only the response, the stimulus is also can vary as per the state of the mind. And the Seligman has found that if the state of mind is parent, adult, and child, that is PSE. In the early stages, we thought that all the parents has been categorized as parents, or the adult in between who are not parents will be in the adult, and the child is it. It is not like that. These three aspects, state of mind, can be in a single each person's. Of course, there is a variation in the degrees of presence, the parent aspect or the adult aspect or the child. The responder is in making this interaction crucial for understanding communications patterns. So stimulus and response, you give a stimulus, you are asking a question, you give something to the other persons to catch, and he responds with anything, not in the verbal words, the non-verbal also. So here, this transactional analysis, the Eric Baird was two aspects he has. That is the one is the physics. We will talk about that physics. Physics as the growth force. That is what the Eric Baird has started. Physics as the growth force of nature, which makes individuals want to grow and become better. As the underpinning the psychological energy of the ego states. That is what the Eric Baird. We are not talking to that. We are saying the concept of people are okay. The Eric Baird find that people are okay. The fundamental belief that everyone has value and worth. Everyone has. And suggesting that despite negative behavior or circumstances, all individuals are capable of change and growth. The two aspects has to be taken into our consideration that the concept is that everybody is okay. Everybody has value and worth. Suggesting that even after that also, they can be, that means Sunil sir has touched that about the scripts. So we talk about the scripts later. So even after that, all individuals are capable of change and growth. You understand the core values of this? Anybody? Hello? So the two aspects, is it worth understanding?
Yes, what? Because of that we are living here.
So fundamental belief that everyone has a value and worth, and the next is that whatever be the negative behavior of circumstances is there, there is a chances of change and growth. Mind this word, change and growth. Everyone carries his parents around inside of it. So this is a quote from Eric Berne itself. I have changed many, but okay. Now we just talk about the, we'll go to the analyzing transactions and communications patterns. Let us see that this transaction based on that is everyone who has value and worth, and they made to change. They're capable of change and growth. So when there is how many types of transactions are there? We identify as per Eric Berne. Three. That is the complementary transactions. That means you are talking to me in the same level of my mental conditions. That ego state addressed is the ego state that responds. The ego state addressed is the ego state that responds. And when that is called a complementary transaction, then there is the crossed transaction. That is the ego state addresses is not the ego state that responds. We'll come back to the ego states also. We see that parent, adult, child. So parent is say complementary transaction example is a parent is addressing the ego state of the other persons. I am talking to Raju Wilip sir. Can you comment on this? So I as an adult giving a stimulus to Raju Wilip sir. So Raju Wilip sir is also responding to the Raju Wilip sir adult ego state. So that is called a complementary transaction. But when I am asking something and the other person is not responding in the positive way, the way I asked, so that is called a crossed transaction. So I may be having my ego state may be parent, adult, or child, but the other person's is not in congruence with that. That is crossed transaction. Ego state address is not the ego state that responds. Then ulterior transactions, hidden transactions, innuendos, insinuations are there. A hidden message behind the surface communications. So we normally talk like this in our houses also. When we talk about that, there is some hidden messages who are there. We talk it kutwaka, it innuendos, the insinuations as there. Something internally we put it there. So when the outset may not be visible or be understood by others, but the person who understands, it has been directed, then he may get the pitch of that. That is called the complementary, crossed, and ulterior transaction. Three transactions we talk about. Okay, let us move there. So let us have something extra about the ulterior transactions, because we know that the complementary transaction and the crossed transactions, it is happen everywhere. If you ask your wife, where is my phone? Where is my phone? If she reply, it is on the table, or I don't know. That is a complementary transaction. But if she asks, if he told you that, if she replied with that, you never kept it in a correct place. So that is a crossed one. So what is ulterior? Can you help
Ulterior
me?
is, I can say,
Sir.
yes, you have phone, you have forgotten your phone. You just look where you have placed yesterday, where you placed yesterday.
Ulterior, that is the crossed one.
No, that is ulterior. Because he's asked, the husband is asking the wife, where is my mobile phone? Then the wife is replying, it will be there. It would be there where you placed yesterday. That is ulterior. Because the wife is blaming indirectly. You are not careful in keeping your mobile phone where you are. You are not having concentration. That is something ulterior.
That means beyond the words, there's something else is there.
Sir, something, suppose there is a quarrel between wife and husband occurs, then the husband says, it is not your problem, it is your family problem. Am I right, sir?
Very often we heard. So sometimes we say that you don't have the time for me. You don't have the time for me. If we say some wife complains or husband complains, or that means you do have some time for others, but not for me. There is some hidden aspects are there. That is called ulterior transaction. Has two messages, an overt message on the surface and a covert message. It is hidden. So the person is trying to communicate something else is there. Not only the words which is spoken, but some other aspects also which is hidden into that, and the other person is able to understand that also. That is called, we say it is insinuations. The hidden message often drives the truth intent of the communication, leading to potential misunderstanding of manipulation. If you didn't care of that, give attention to that, sometimes you may misunderstood that. Okay, let us move to the other side. Is it okay? Ulterior transactions, is it clear, sir? Vincent Joseph, sir, and Job, sir?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
There are so many examples we can pass on to the next part.
Now we comes to the transactions, the components, and what are the components of these transactions and determinants of that? Components are the ego states. We talk the ego states of the persons. So when we are talking, I am talking as a now I am taking the sessions. My ego state is adult. So that the transactions and what are the life positions? Anybody else? Can you help me by what are the life positions?
There are 4 life positions.
Correct.
One is I am okay, you are okay.
That is the best.
Second one is I am not okay, you are okay. Third one is I am okay, but you are not okay. The fourth one is I am not okay, you are not okay.
You are not okay. So this is the life position, and we talk about then the ego states are PAC, that is the parent, adult, child. We all know everything. These are the common things which almost everybody knows it. So the determinants of our behaviors are scripts. The scripts, how the scripts has been made, the scripts as well as injunctions. Injunctions, last time, so Joby sir was talking about the injunctions. Don't do. Then the games we are playing and the strokes we require. There are scripts are there, their injunctions are there, then games are there, and strokes we required. We demand strokes. And sometimes we play games. So these are the determinants of the transaction analysis. Some ego states are components are ego states, transactions, and life positions, and determinants are scripts, injunctions, games, and strokes. Thank you. Move. Joby sir, Rajabilip sir, anybody else? Please, we are hearing only 3 persons. I think
listening. All of us are listening, sir.
So scripts and injunctions, games, strokes. So that is determined.
Can you go a little slow? Because we are going very fast. That's why nobody is responding.
There is a time structuring also is there.
So am I going fast, or you need?
Yeah, you should go a little bit slow.
Okay, slow. So that is the communication. Communicate the response I received from Rajabilip sir. So let us move back to these components and determinants. The 3 ego states. What are the 3 ego states? The parent, the adult, and the child. The transaction is that the communication we have done, maybe a verbal or a non-verbal. And the life positions of the individuals are, I am okay, you are not okay. I am not okay, you are okay. I am not okay and you are not okay. The last one comes, I am okay, you are okay. So here in this, the last one, I am okay, you are okay, the ultimate of that. And people try to come to that position because in at the time of birth, the child may be okay. And for him, everybody also okay. But over a period of time in his lifetimes, he developed something in his that maybe he may be okay or others may be not okay or okay. So this is this happens in the growth phase. Now after that, when we understand this transactional analysis, we try to understand these intricacies of the okay and not okay, then try to change it. So that is why it is that is why in the earlier slides it has been told that we can change. They can change and grow. So we need to identify or address the life positions also. Then only we can change it. So to address these life positions, where to go? These determinants are the scripts, injunctions, games, and strokes. What we do, what we are. It is not an intentionally one or with a conscious effort. We are not doing it as consciously, but unconsciously we are following some of the scripts. We have been affected by some injunctions. So we are playing some games according to our experience in our early stages, and we need something every time. We try for to get some strokes that we explain in the later classes by maybe Sunil Kumar sir or Jogi sir. So let us move forward. So let us understand the ego states, what is parent, then what is adult, and what is the child ego states. It will be available, it will be present in everybody. Incorporates beliefs. That parent has got beliefs, values, behaviors learned from caregivers and significant figures. This is in the early stage. When he or she, the person is following a particular, because and parent ego, it is the easiest way to identify, understand is that parent is every time judgmental. Every time a parent aspect is a judgmental. They are not okay. These youngsters are not caring for the future. These youngsters are not taking what we were in our childhood, or we respect others. Now these youngsters are not respecting the elders. So all these judgments comes from the parent ego states. But let us go to the child ego state instead of going to adult ego state. Then emotions, feelings, impulses, everything from that got from the childhood, and playful also. Sometimes they're rebellious, and they depend also. They will come back to you for help. If you like a child for chocolates, so emotional experiences, they come and cry for getting things. So this is child. This parent ego, that is the extreme for one, top and bottom, or the two ends. In between the adult ego states, it is the present moment, considering facts and data. It is not the sometimes we take judicious decisions. Say, an advocate may be, as we got advocates here, Advocate Vincent Joseph sir. Sometimes when you are talking, and how often, sir, you act as an adult in the court?
Yes, because in the court, if you want to get things done, you must be speaking from the adult ego stage. There you can stage. There the judge will not appreciate ego stage. That also will not be appreciated. But however, I have had experiences. Suppose if your arguments takes, suppose if it is coming to so there are cases where much half an hour or 1 or 2 hours we may take for arguments. There are cases. In that case, I have seen advocates coming from Delhi and Mumbai. They have taken ego states, child ego, and just making some kind of a comedy, making some comedies, and making the situation a little more light-hearted, lightweight. That way they take. Back to you, sir.
See, one of my friends has told that they often change these ego states purposefully. Sometimes they act like a parent, taking classes to the giving classes to the judge itself. That is what is the formalities, what is the how the rituals are there. They take, and sometimes the judges also give attention to them because they understand that the advocate is a learned man, a learned advocate. And most of the time, it is the adult ego states prevails in the, I think, adult ego states is the argument stages. Am I correct? Okay. Now,
Sir, you are right, sir, because judges may not be aware of the latest case laws and citations, sir. So naturally, it is for the advocates to just to enlighten them. There comes the role of parent also, sir.
Parent also. So many times we have seen that the judges are also very receptive. Judges are also very receptive when they have been told that new things, new aspects of. So out of these three ego states,
I can share one moment. Everybody knows one eminent lawyer from Kerala. He was arguing before a particular judge. The judge is no more. And he was telling, Your Lordship, this is the point which I want to say. Then that particular judge, High Court judge, remarked this one. That was something ulterior transaction.
Ulterior transaction. That is a good example for that. Thank you. Give him a big hand to. So from this PSE, parent adult change, there is a 5 forms. That is the 5 stages. That is the adult has got only one that is the part of this that seeks to understand. But the parent as well as child has a different. That is nurturing parents is there, controlling or critical parents. We will come to that. Then adaptive child or free child. So for adult, there is only one. And this parent and child has got two forms. That is, one is, so totally 5 ego states are there. We can say, combining these three states, PASE, we can have 5 ego states. So we talk about the cultural parent. The cultural parent, this is the concept recently come about. That is the parent has got the adult child type contents of a person's cultural background within the parent ego states. You understand? It is within the parent ego state itself, he or she has collected, has been epitome of all things, adult and child. So this creates forms the educates, the technicalities and character. This is the adult one, parent one. That is a combination of, he has taken the aspects from adult as well as child and his parents, and one come to a new one, that is the cultural parent. That is what one is supposed to do and what one has to do and one might like to do. This is the ultimate. So this cultural parents, the definition is what one is supposed to do, what one has to do, and what might like to do. So cultural parents. Then it comes to when it's adult. So we talk about adults. There is an internal adult. Internal adult. Internally he is adult, and he is seeking information from the externals. Pardon? Internal adults. So seeking with his knowledge and experiences and his experiences in the life and his ethics and values, everything is connected with the external aspects. So he take decisions. The other one is the integrated adult. Integrated adult is something which is new to this. That means he is an acting one. He want to act as an adult, but he want to take aspects from the parent aspects also as the child as well, considering all the aspects without prejudice and bias. Without prejudice and bias, he acted. So we can call as an integrated adult. So he knows the other aspect, but when the biases come, influences the parent, because he also got the experiences as a parent, he also got the experiences as a child. Everything is in his mind itself. but identifying it and taking best part of it, and he acting is called an integrated act. But he failed when he go back to the rules and regulations, what he has been encountered, and he has been carried away by that, then the integrated adult fails. Now, the latest one is the updated adult. Updated adults means something the word itself is good. He know what is going on, where to, what are the actions to be taken. So updated adults are, we can say, these politicians are very updated adults. The company seniors, owners are there, MDs are there, senior officers are, they are all updated adults. They know what to do in these conditions, what is suitable to these situations, and how to manage this. So it is not a parent or child activities, it is an updated adult activities. Any questions? Clarifications, sir? Hello?
Yes. See, Suresh Babu, sir. Okay. See, we have had enough facts and figures. Let us deliberate on it. I think you ought to give us an explanation regarding what one is supposed to do, what one has to do, and what one might like to do. So, and revolving around that, could you explain what is the real significance of, making our behavior? So what is the need for this transactional analysis and such? Because when we are aware of our thoughts and when we are aware of our emotions, and we connect with the person with an empathetic attitude, so where it comes, this relevance of cultural parenting or the child or something. So the ego states. Could you please?
Okay. See, so where why I am particular about these aspects is that you understand the definitions first. You understand the definitions, and these are the aspects come because the parent aspect, there is a better parent is there. The best parent or better parent has got he is assimilated the adult and the child aspects, ego states in his head. So he may not be a rude one, or he may not be a judgmental person. Even after he can keep the position of an adult, but he will act very judiciously and rationally. So that is why it is called a cultural parent. So in fact, what we are understanding is in one word is it is judgmental. Parents are judgmentals every time. Whatever they find it, they take a decision. He is good, he is not good, or he is bad, and it is not according to the norms. So here, the cultural parent has got he has assimilated all aspects from the adults than the child aspects also. That is an outcome of everything. So which will be acceptable to the society. It will be creative, amicable. He can come to amicable situations, amicable solutions to find a problem whenever the problem comes. So cultural parent is the one of the best ones what is been identified nowadays. So after these sessions, we will be having the next session. We will have the more interactions informations about each aspects also. So now let us come to this because the time is now. It is my time is now it is 7:25. I need to finish.
Okay, sir. Okay. Carry on.
So we'll come into the next session. The coming sessions we'll be having elaborate session. So what is the goal of transaction analysis? That is what you are asking me. Am I correct? So you are asking me what is the goal of you? Indirectly you are asking me what is the goal of transaction analysis? So this transaction analysis, why we need to study this transaction analysis? Why we need to give our time to this transaction analysis? So that is the goal of transaction analysis when we come to this. So by studying transaction analysis, because this transaction analysis help individuals gain greater self-awareness and improve communication skills. Am I correct? Is it okay to you?
Yes.
Is it explicit?
Yes.
Say improve communications. The self-awareness comes, then improve communication skills. The goal of transaction analysis is to self-awareness, then improve communication. How? The second is, and aim to resolve emotional problems. So we understand that, we know that it is not, we know that whenever there is a communication, there is an emotional problems also there. That is why people shout, anger and everything. How it can be done? How to resolve the emotional problems, recognizing and changing ineffective patterns of interaction. So here it is comes, recognizing and changing ineffective patterns of interaction and developing healthy autonomous relationships. You please notice this word, autonomous relationships. So we are going towards autonomy. So goal of transaction analysis is ultimate transaction analysis is one word, that is autonomy. So how we can do that? Let us see that. So goal of transaction analysis, anybody? Can you read it for me? Because this is the very important aspect of the transaction analysis. Why we need to study transaction analysis? Because
Help people gain greater self-awareness.
it will, yes sir, please.
Aims to resolve emotional problems.
So it will give a greater self-awareness. So communication skills will improve. Resolve emotional problems. How? Ineffective patterns. So that means we have identified that the emotional patterns, or there is patterns are there, and that patterns are ineffective or negative, whatever it is. So that means, and interaction that needs to be changed, and developing healthy autonomous relationships. I repeat this word, autonomous relationships. The ultimate aim of transaction analysis is autonomy. So ultimate goal of transaction analysis is attainment of autonomy.
Can you explain what is autonomy?
See, autonomy, you are not limited by anybody's. You are not limited. Your thinking is clear. You understand, you perceive things in the correct manner. You behave, you are not worried about others. You are not afraid about anything. You are not scared about this. So you see, here comes, this is the Indian philosophy. We are going to the philosophy. In the Indian philosophy, what we are talking, there is two aspects, awareness and liberation. Awareness and liberation. You got the vidya, awareness. Then after that, you are liberated and ultimate bliss. You don't worry about this. That is called autonomy. Autonomy in behavior. As a mother, when you are, as a father, when you are dealing with your children, every time it has been, there is something which may affect you, because we have got a relationship with our siblings or our offsprings. So there, our decisions may not be according to it is not an autonomous decisions. The autonomy is not there because we are part of a family, we are part of a group. So you are liberating yourself. That is the transactional's ultimate goal is to autonomy. What we are saying, it is a liberating yourself. You got a clear thought process. So how it will be? Awareness. So awareness is vidya. So spontaneity, naturally it comes. You are not being bogged down by somebody else. There is no factors affect this because you are on clear vision. Then intimacy, you are making the intimacy here. How this intimacy comes? You consider other person like you. That is empathy. This intimacy here, it is a part of empathy. It is the ultimate of how this intimacy created. You understand other person as yourself. There is no biases there. So intimacy develops when there is no biases are there. So awareness, spontaneity, intimacy, this release or recovery of three capacities, what Eric Berne was talking about, this, how to attain this autonomy is a release or recovery of three capacities, awareness, spontaneity, and he even at the later stage, we will gain responsibility and integrity. So these major three aspects he has put forth, that is awareness, spontaneity, and intimacy, and later he may recover or release the responsibility and integrity. These are the aspects how one can attain autonomy. So how this improving personal interpersonal dynamics can be done? So how it can be? It is, I'm just, may I take, Sunil sir, may I take another 10-15 minutes?
10 minutes, okay, sir.
10 minutes, okay. So 5 more slides are there. So improving interpersonal dynamics, what do we say? So transactional analysis, interpersonal dynamics. So building empathy, the autonomy, where that slide you have seen. Then how we have effective communications. What is effective and efficient communications? Effective, you communicate something wrong, something rightly. That is efficient communication. But you communicate right things to them. That is effective communications. Then whatever the conflicts is there, you solved it. That is conflict resolution and building stronger relationships. So, transaction analysis is telling how to improve the interpersonal. These are the 4 aspects to be taken care of. That is the building empathy. You understand others as well, like you also. Then you try to make effective communications in between them. And there is no conflict. If whatever the conflict is, you take it, you be a part of the solutions rather than the problem. Then building stronger relationships. So improving internet questions, that 4 aspects. Let me move to the other slide.
Yes.
Shobhanaji. Sunil sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So then let us explain how to foster effective communications. Somebody may not tell that this is not a part of transaction analysis. The effective communication is also because transactions makes on through communications only. Then active listening rather than talking incessantly. Hearing and listening is different. Hearing and listening is different. You hear with your organs, but you listen with your mind and head. Then assertive communications, there not be any ambiguity there. Then the third one is, what is the third one?
Non-judgmental approach.
Non-judgmental approach. See, and whenever with the judgment comes, the parent, that word comes into mind. Non-judgmental approach. Then empathy and validation. What do you mean by validation? Validation, empathy and validation. You are doing some inquiry. You do some inquiries and understand the correct things. Now there may be the information what you may be a work. So validation is you understand it correctly, you encode it correctly, you go through it, you do the research and understand it correctly instead of biases. So the fostering effective communication has got mastering communication skills is active listening, assertive communications, non-judgmental approach, and empathy and validations. Let us move to the next slide. Then facilitating personal growth. How this can be done? Autonomy. We are going towards the autonomy. We are moving towards autonomy. For that purposes, your personal growth is important. So self-awareness. You understand about yourself. Identify your limiting beliefs. Developing coping mechanisms and self-acceptance. Identifying limiting beliefs. See, everywhere we have been limited by beliefs. You don't know. I may not be, I am not okay. I am not okay is a limiting belief. I am not good in that. I am not good. I am not good in public speaking. That is the limiting beliefs. Then the next one is what is the remedy for that? How to counter that?
Self-acceptance.
Developing coping mechanisms. See, we use props. When an accident happens or a person is unable to walk, what do? They take help of a wheelchair or a props, a stick. So that is coping mechanisms. Take help of these things because we want to come out, we want to cross our limitings. So what we do? Coping mechanisms and self-acceptance. You need to accept yourself as it is. You cannot just think about that. Self-acceptance is, I got good respect towards APJ Abdul Kalam. But I cannot be, I am not APJ Abdul Kalam. I do have my own limitations. So I accept myself as it is. So in our affirmations, the morning English class, we got the, I accept as it is. Myself as whatever it is, I am accepting as it is. I am not asking for something else. This is me and this will be me. So that's, so then how to create a healthier relationships? These are all parts of transaction analysis. Empathy and understanding. Then respect and boundaries. There is a boundary for everything. It is not the limitless one. Then clear communication, personal growth and support. So creating healthier relationships also part of this transaction analysis. We never touch about these aspects in our transaction analysis classes. We were very particular, instrumental in every time we talk about the PSE, what the transactions called cross transactions, ulterior transactions, and complementary transactions. But beside this, there are some more aspects which need to correct it, that unless that need to be corrected, we cannot gain anything in the transaction analysis study. Empathy and understanding, respects and boundaries. Everybody has got it. There is in the army or armed forces, where to stand when they are in the group, in a party or somewhere. How to stand, where to stand, what is your personal boundaries, how far, how near you can go to a person while talking. All these boundaries are there. That is the physical boundaries I am talking. Then the clear communication, personal growth and support. So now let us come to these benefits of transaction analysis. This is a summary of this. So, increased self-awareness. Am I correct? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, increased self-awareness is required for this. When we study the transaction analysis, there is what is happening is increased self-awareness. Then, now, when we are aware about ourselves, we try to understand the others also. The better understanding of others. Then the third one is improved communication skills. Then the fourth one is enhanced emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. We talk about the emotional quotients also. Intelligence quotients, IQ, EQ. Then constructive conflict resolutions. Our aim is to, which side we are? The part of solution or part of problems? The part of...
We should be a part of solution.
Part of solution.
That is the constructive conflict resolutions. Then fostering personal growth. That's also, it can be the both way. Myself, I grow and you also grow. Fostering personal growth and building stronger relationships, and not the least, improved mental and emotional well-being. What is it? Improved mental and emotional well-being. So these 8 points has been identified as the benefits of practicing transaction analysis, understanding the transaction analysis in its core. That is let us summarize, like increased self-awareness, better understanding of others, improved communication skills, enhanced emotional intelligence, constructive conflict resolution, fostering personal growth, building stronger relationships, improved mental and emotional well-being. This has been identified. May I ask you your opinions about these 8 aspects? You feel something? Okay.
Really helpful for us.
It's helpful for living a better life.
For better lives. So the last one, improved mental and emotional well-being. So to reach that point, we need to follow some of the rituals we earlier seen that. Now let us find that the transaction analysis and Indian philosophy. How I took this transaction analysis, I was in search of that, whether there is any connection with Indian philosophy. what the Indian philosophy talks about the behavioral transaction analysis. There is some, I could find some connections about that. So in Indian philosophy, we say that there is a panchakoshas there, food, annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha. Anandamaya means the bliss after that. So ultimately, see, here comes the autonomy. Here comes the Eric Bern's autonomy. Autonomy is equivalent to bliss. If you say Eric Bern's autonomy in this transaction analysis, the ultimate goal of a person is what? That's the bliss. So for that purposes, all these things help you. Annamaya, that is food. Without food, you cannot live. Vital air is it. Then what the impressions, what is going into their mind, that is manomaya kosha. Then your intelligent, that is the intellect. All these things have works together and lead to the autonomy. And that for Eric Bern's version, it is autonomy. And Indian philosophy, it is talks about the bliss. When you attain the autonomy, you attain the bliss. And center of it, it is your soul. So analogy, what I identify is that both the transaction analysis and Indian philosophy emphasize the human being's inner drive to health and growth. Human beings' inner drive to health and growth. This self-realized person, as depicted through various verses of the Vedas, is very much the same as Burns' concept of an autonomous person. Yeah, can you able to relate with this? A self-realized person, the very much same as Burns' concept of an autonomous person. And the same thing, and many of people are practicing yoga is here, doing all action with equanimity, mind in perfect balance is the essence of yoga. The balanced feeling, thinking and action is referred to as samatva bhava. So samatva bhava is the autonomy. Samatva, we are striving for to reach this bhava, that is the samatva bhava. And the transaction analysis will take you to that. What I understand from this, the transaction analysis, if you practice transaction analysis, if you understand it correctly, then we will also reach that point, that is we reach the autonomy, what Eric Berne was envisaged. And in our language, we can say samatva bhava. That is from my side. If you can, any questions, or I understand that how I come to this, I don't know. I was reading some books, then I understand that this transaction analysis, I come across with the one word, that's autonomy in Eric Bern's or some of the books. So there some research I had done. So from I find that there is this is autonomy is nothing but the samatva bhava in our own philosophy. Thank you everybody for giving me a patient listening and cooperating with me, with interacting with me, helping me with these subjects. So any questions is there? If I know there are and this is only an introduction. The next class will be I understand, so Joby sir or Sunil sir will be taking. Or if anybody else wants to contribute to this transaction analysis with their knowledge, we can. I request that Ruby madam and Sri Kumar, please accommodate that. And also let us take these sessions together, move forward so that people will reach the samatva bhava or autonomy. Thank you, everybody. So now beginning your end, what is in our philosophy or the science is telling, universe is telling. So we are destined to meet again. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh Babu sir. I'm audible.
Yeah, audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Suresh Babu. That was an excellent explanation of the transaction analysis as an introduction. So far, we have attended or read or experienced many transaction analysis classes. But you have linked it with the Indian philosophy and the autonomy part, samatva bhava. That was an eye-opener to many people, I think, to me at least. So all the transaction you are linked with the communication also. Normally, transaction analysis is only stating about our mind state, parent, adult, and child. But the moment we interact with others and the role they play and the role we play, and there is a unknown change of positions and all that. So that you have clearly explained as an introduction, and it's a very long journey. Transaction analysis is a wonderful theory to rewrite our destiny. I remember a book by K. Sebastian sir. You can shape your destiny in English and Thalayilezhuthu Tiruttam in Malayalam. So having experienced that one, this particular session was a fantastic curtain raiser, we can say, on the transaction analysis, with due respect to all other things, integrating communication, importance of communication, importance of autonomy, everything. Thank you, SURESH BABU sir. And now it's time for our feedback. The Malayalathilu agam, Englishlu agam. ആരെങ്കിലും ഹാൻഡ് റൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അതിലേക്ക് അവരെ വിളിക്കാം, ശ്രമിക്കാം.
I apology for Ismail Valleri sir.
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ
I didn't see your the note.
Sunil sir, may I speak?
Yes, yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sunil sir. So, first of all, let me congratulate our mentor, SURESH BABU sir, because he is the one who took action to introduce these English sessions as a part of encouraging and improving our abilities. So he did this 4 years ago, and still continuing and actively participating and providing us a good guidance and such. So now we are in this 630 platform to try and improve ourselves. And the last slide, which was shown in the PowerPoint, it was no beginning or no end. That was the one which attracted me the most. So I like the presentation in a way. See, all the ideas are there in this presentation, and I like the second half very much, because there was the need for having this transaction analysis. So I would have liked it in the first part, the goals and the needs of the transaction analysis. As a learner, I don't know much about this transaction analysis. So why do we need to hear this, or why do we need to accommodate this, or want to learn about this? So that is the first priority, the need. So definitely this encompassed a lot of aspects of transaction analysis. I look at it, the way I look at it as what can we learn in our practical life. So whether it has an impact on our behavior, whether it can be making an impact when we listen. So there are a lot of this. So actually this is talking about our life and behavior, and how can we view our perspective and refine our perspective. So but there was some rigidity, because we included those PowerPoints and there was a clear structure. So we included 2 sessions PowerPoints in one session. So it is perfectly understandable. I am fully understanding it, but the thing is that this is only a curtain raiser, and we will move into destiny. We will, I'm sure, in the coming days, so many people will come forward, and we will distill and deconstruct and demystify all these terminologies. So I am looking forward to that, because even a simple word like autonomy has a lot more connotations and a lot more varied perspectives. So likewise, he said a lot of words. It's not only the parent, ego, adult, but more than that. So as it is a new word for me, I don't know about other people in this platform, because they might be counselors and they might be trainers. and all of these things. But this is very new to me, and I got the information and the kind of impetus that this presentation gave me, that I needed to look this very deeply. So this was a set of PowerPoints which was designed to go for at least 2 hours. And in a nutshell, in a bird's eye view, we got some ideas from this presentation. And I really want to hear more deep, profound, and detailed analysis of all these points. And I am looking forward to that. So many people are there, like Vincent sir, Joby sir, and Sunil sir, and so many other people are there, like Tulsidharan sir. So I am sincerely asking all of them to join in this bandwagon to enlighten all of us by sharing our knowledge, and at the same time we can all improve and grow. There is no end and there is no beginning. Thank you. Congratulations, Suresh Babu sir. Over to Sunil sir.
Thank you, Srikumar sir, for opening your mind in the first feedback itself. Actually, we are all follow a script, which is either inherited or we are conditioned to follow a script. If you feel that our script is not a winning script, this is the right theory or transaction analysis will help you to rewrite your script and rewrite your destiny. Thank you, Srikumar sir, for giving the feedback. And now our Vincent sir has raised the hand. Vincent sir, please.
Yes, thank you, Sunil Kumar sir. Just before, Srikumar sir has termed this as a bandwagon platform. It is led by 4 SSSS and MR. First S is for Sudha sir, followed by Suresh Babu sir, Sunil Kumar sir, and Srikumar sir. Then we have Mithun sir and Ruby ma'am. So naturally, I would say that this platform is very much indebted or grateful to Suresh Babu sir, because he only understood, he has got a futuristic vision. We are all clamoring, or we all have a desire to become international trainers. We all dream of conducting or holding workshops, seminar in outside Kerala, outside India. But English is the wind of the world. So understanding the important significance of this one, just 4 years before he initiated. So he has done it with a futuristic vision. Congratulations, Suresh Babu sir, very much indebted to you. Now, not only that one, this particular topic which you have taken today is TA. People may say, oh, we don't understand anything about psychology. I would say that TA is a common man's psychology. Suppose in our relationships, he was speaking about the communications. What is communication? Are we communicating at what time? Every time you are communicate. Eric Berne is telling one cannot but communicate. That's very important. One cannot but communicate. That means in every moment of our life, we are in the process of communication. Then this importance of TA, actually this session, sir, in fact, has evoked, as noted by Srikumar sir, it has evoked our interest in TA. And those who have not heard, I am sure those who are those who are listening for the first time, it will have a telling effect on them, in the sense that in as much as that it might have caused a desire in them to study more about TA. And also those who know something about us, that will also, this a kind of a catalyst for deepening their knowledge in this TA. TA is very, very important, as we know, when we take parenting sessions, as rightly pointed out by Suresh Babu sir, every child who is born in the world is pious. A lot of virtues are there. Then what happens? Over the years, the child is accumulating a lot of experiences, which can be positive and which can be negative. Now, here comes the importance of the famous quote of Eric Berne, that is, children are born with the potential to become prince or princess, but the parents turn them into frogs. That means here also we have to go for another psychosis. Every knowledge is very much empowering. When you study Enneagram, there are 4 types of personalities are there. All these are having a lot of connections now. So naturally, I don't want to just prolong it because there are so many people are in the pipeline to speak. So congratulations, Suresh Babu sir, for your bold initiatives in conducting the English sections as well as coming forward taking these sessions on TA. It is not only, it is really enriching, empowering, and also it gives us a lot of I mean, it's a catalyst for us to learn more. And also, of course, I must also congratulate Sunil Kumar sir, because as we know that a person, a unique character who is a role model for PDs, for every PDs, how to conduct the, how to coordinate the programs. He is a role model. Thank you very much, both of you. And back to you, Sunil Kumar sir.
Thank you, Vincent sir, for a detailed feedback, highlighting the importance and significance of the topic. Thank you, Vincent sir. And now Joby sir is ready. Joby sir, please.
Thank you, Sunil sir. 2 stalwarts of this platform, Suresh Babu sir and Sunil sir. Hats off to you. A big salute to both of you. We know Suresh Babu sir is a role model for all of us. How a government servant, a civil servant, turned to a good trainer. The best example is Suresh Babu sir. And also, in this age itself, he is doing lot of things to the society, taking seminars, taking trainings, and studying at the same time, reading books daily in his hectic activities. Within this limited time, he is doing all these things. And in the English session, he is a permanent motivation for all of us. And here, when we come across their topic, TA or transaction analysis, we know it is a very wide subject. Even though it is very wide and it has different aspects, he took that entire thing within a nutshell. And here he put forward the PSC model. In order to understand PSC model, we have to study 2 or 3 days at least. And also stocks and games people play, ulterior and transactions. There are different types of transactions. All things we have to study. At least we take 1 year. And he put all these things within a short span of time, about 1 hour. And there comes the importance of Suresh Babu sir. And in order to study more about it, this is only an introduction. That he always says, this is only an introduction. And as Sunil sir says, at the end, he put all these things into our Indian philosophy, not only the Western psychology, and he related with our Indian philosophy also. We know Eric Berne married twice, I think. And according to him, he always says, my life is not my message. And it is opposite to the message given by our Gandhi, we know Gandhiji's message, everybody know. And here, what he says is how we can improve the relationship with the other human beings and our fellow human beings. It can be applied not only in our house, it can be applied everywhere, in our office, or the relationship with our friends. Even though the relationship with our enemies also, we can improve. Can anybody imagine when we pray for our enemies, our relationship with that person also improves. So in that manner, and also when we say about this psychology, transactional analysis psychology, as Suresh Babu sir mentioned, nowadays we are not ready to hear Freud. We are all the new generation psychologists quote Eric Berne. And what is the difference between Eric Berne and Freud? Nothing but during Freud theory or Freudian theory is only for high class people. It is not ordinary people. Even though it is useful for ordinary people, we are not able to access it because it was discussed only in universities. And Eric Berne make psychology as a popular subject, and it is the subject of ordinary people. Psychology now is a of ordinary people. Okay, sir. Thank you, Suresh Babu sir, and Suresh sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Joby sir, for the excellent feedback. Now, one charge has come. Sainaba Bibi, madam. Thank you so much, sir. Excellent session. Autonomy is the key to communication, awareness, spontaneous, and intimacy. Thank you, sir. Now, I think Raju Philip, sir, ready for feedback.
Yes,
And the
yes.
Prasidha, madam, please be ready.
I am very proud of this moment because Suresh Babu sir is my sponsor in, you can say, yes, he is the one who introduced me in city community. And I'm very proud to attend his session. Just really, really, really worth listening and really motivating and acting as a catalyst, said by Vincent sir. Actually, it is really a catalyst for us to make more better relationships. Actually, this United Nations social skills. Most of them are coming here also. Self-awareness, communication, and the critical analysis, problem solving. Most of this UNESCO skills, social skills located by UNESCO is coming here. And also, I think this is said by Eric Byrne before this UNESCO's declaration of the social skills. So I appreciate this method of this transaction analysis. Was not thinking it was so important, but today's session by Suresh Babu sir, I am convinced that we have to learn this transaction analysis in a more, I can say, serious way, because I have attended some sessions when I was in Riyadh, but I did not took it. It's important. Was not taking it serious, but today I just discovered that this transaction analysis will help you in leading a better life, making a better relationship, even in the family, society, the office, everywhere. This will help us improve our life, or quality of our life. That even when I am saying this, I cannot say it fluently because of my inefficiency in expressing in English. This session also will be helping us to improve our English, fluency in English, and this Suresh Babu sir, the one who has started this English session, has taken this today's English session. I am also proud that I was with Suresh Babu sir when we are starting this English session. Later, I was for some time I was in the hospital. I could not continue for some time. Actually, I am the one who is with Suresh Babu sir while starting this English session. I'm proud of telling that also. Okay, anyhow, I could not. Okay, just because of the time, and also I should appreciate Sunil Kumar sir. I remember when I came first time in this 6:30 session, he is the one who has communicated with me first time, because that shows his supporting we can say, promote this motivating and inspiring qualities. Both of you have influenced me much in my this life, communication life. Thank you very much, sir, and also SURESH Kumar. Back to you.
Thank you, Raji Philip sir, for a detailed feedback. Now I would like to call Prasina madam. Yes, given a readiness to speak.
Sir.
Prasina madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Good morning to everyone. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, very much.
Okay, thank you. First of all, bravo, your presentation was impressive and impactful. Because whenever we go, we have to interact with different people, or we want to interact in different way. Through this class, we are able to understand that if we can understand ourselves and also understand others, then there will be a good transformation. So in my experience, this is one of the best tool for making conversation, but it's also a difficult subject because of how easily it is. But here, sir presented here a complex information in a clear and concise manner. That's impressive. I loved this class. You presented your ideas with confidence and enthusiasm, sir. Thank you so much. We expected more about this from you and other faculties. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sunil, sir.
Thank you, Prasina madam. Having graduated from SURESH BABU sir's institute like me, you are an expert in TA, and you have taken one class also in our English session. So I appreciate your feedback on this. Thank you, Prasina madam. And now Tulasiram sir.
Thank you, sir. നമ്മുടെ മലയാളം സെഷൻ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാമെന്നാണ് വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്. ജനറൽ സെഷൻ, മലയാളം സെഷൻ ആയതുകൊണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ മുഴുവൻ എനിക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുമോ എന്നുള്ള കാര്യത്തിൽ ഒരു സംശയം കൂടിയുണ്ട്. സാർ വളരെ എക്സലന്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. എന്നുവെച്ചാൽ എനിക്കൊരു കുറച്ച് എറിക് ബേണിന്റെ പുസ്തകങ്ങളൊക്കെ പണ്ടുപോലെ കയ്യിൽ വാങ്ങി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എനിക്കും ഒരു ലൈഫ് പൊസിഷൻ, നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞ ഈഗോ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ്, ഡിഫറെന്റ് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ലൈഫ് പൊസിഷൻസ്, അതിനപ്പുറം ഒന്നും വലിയ കാര്യമായിട്ടൊന്നും എനിക്കറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഇത് ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ, അതിന്റെ പ്രയോജനങ്ങൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണെന്നുള്ളതിനൊക്കെ പറ്റി, അതെങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയാണ് ഉപയോഗപ്പെടുത്തുന്നതിനെ പറ്റി വളരെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് ആയിട്ട് സാറ് പോയി. മൊത്തത്തില് അത് വളരെ ഇൻഫോർമേറ്റീവ് ആയിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ ശ്രീമാൻ സാർ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ കുറച്ച് നമുക്ക് അത് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് അധികം പരിചയമില്ലാത്തവർക്ക് കുറച്ച് പെട്ടെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കാനായിട്ട് കുറച്ച് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്, അല്ല മുഴുവൻ മനസ്സിലാകും, പക്ഷെ മുഴുവൻ ഓർമ്മിച്ച് വെക്കാനായി കുറച്ച് പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാവും എന്ന് എനിക്ക് ഫീൽ ചെയ്തിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഒരു ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ എന്ന നിലയിൽ സാറ് ബാക്കി ഓരോ ആസ്പെക്ട്സിനെ കൂടുതൽ കവർ ചെയ്ത് കുറച്ച് ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് വിശദീകരിക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ആ കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ എല്ലാം മാറുമെന്നാണ് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത്. വളരെ നല്ലൊരു ക്ലാസ് ആയിരുന്നു സാർ, വളരെ നല്ലൊരു ക്ലാസ് ആയിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ അത് സാർ ഭാരതീയ ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫിലോസഫിയായിട്ടൊക്കെ ബന്ധിപ്പിച്ചത് വളരെ നന്നായി. എനിക്ക് ഫീഡ്ബാക്കിലായിട്ട് പറയേണ്ട കാര്യമല്ല, എന്നാലും എനിക്കൊന്ന് മിക്കവാറും സൈക്കോളജി, വെസ്റ്റേൺ സൈക്കോളജിയുടെ എല്ലാം കുറച്ചുകൂടെ അൾട്ടിമേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫിലോസഫിയുടെ ഈ ഒരു സ്റ്റേജുമായിട്ട് സാർ പറഞ്ഞ റിയലൈസ്ഡ് പേഴ്സൺ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഹു ഈസ് എ യോഗി എന്നുള്ള ഭഗവത്ഗീതയിലൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന ഒരു ഡെഫിനേഷൻ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, ആ ഡെഫിനേഷൻ അതായത് പറയുന്ന ഐഡിയൽ പേഴ്സൺ അതിലേക്ക് അടുത്ത് വരുമെന്ന് ഞാൻ പലപ്പോഴും എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അത് എറിക് ബേണിന്റെ കാര്യത്തിൽ മാത്രമല്ല, കാൾ റോജേഴ്സിന്റെ ആണ് അത് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ. സെൽഫ് ആക്ച്വലൈസേഷൻ എന്നുള്ള അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെ വന്നു വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ശരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ യോഗി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഹുയിസ ജീവൻ മുക്ത എന്നൊക്കെയുള്ള ആ ഒരു ഡെഫിനേഷനോട്, നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫിലോസഫിയിലുള്ള ഡെഫിനേഷനോട് വളരെയധികം അടുത്ത് വരും എന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ റിലേഷൻ കൂടിയൊക്കെ സാർ പറഞ്ഞു വെച്ചാൽ എനിക്ക് വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്, വളരെയധികം നമ്മൾ എക്സൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. പിന്നെ വേറൊരു കാര്യം, സാർ ഈ PT ഷെയർ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് പറയാൻ പാടുണ്ടോന്ന് അറിയില്ല, അത് എപ്പോഴും ട്രെയിനേഴ്സിന്റെ ഒരു പ്രോപ്പർട്ടിയാണ്. പക്ഷെ അത് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയത് വളരെ ഇൻഫോർമേറ്റീവ് ആയിരുന്നു. മാത്രമല്ല നമ്മൾ പോയിന്റ്സ് എല്ലാം ഓർമ്മിച്ച് വെക്കാനായിട്ട് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ PPT ഒന്ന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നല്ലതായിരുന്നു എന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്. താങ്ക് യു സർ, ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ആൻ എക്സലന്റ് സെഷൻ. പിന്നെ അതുപോലെ സുനിൽ സാറ് ഈ സബ്ജക്റ്റിൽ വളരെയധികം അവഗാഹമുള്ള, അതുപോലെ കപ്പാസിറ്റി ഉള്ള, ഒരുപാട് പഠിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള സുനിൽ സാറ് തന്നെ PD ആയി വന്നത് വളരെ ഇതുകൊണ്ട് വളരെ അനുഗ്രഹമായി. കൂടുതൽ എഫക്റ്റീവായിട്ട് വളരെയധികം നന്നായിട്ട് അദ്ദേഹം ട്രെയിനറെ നന്നായിട്ട് പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്തു. അത് മാത്രമല്ല ആ സബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ പറ്റി ഒരു ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ അദ്ദേഹം നൽകുകയും ചെയ്തു. വളരെ നല്ലൊരു PD റോൾ അദ്ദേഹം ഭംഗിയായി നിർവഹിച്ചു. കൺഗ്രാജുലേഷൻസ് PD as well as trainer. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, തുളസീധരൻ സാർ. സാറ് പറഞ്ഞത് വളരെ കറക്റ്റ് ആണ്. നമ്മളുടെ ബുക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ പഠിച്ചതും പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നതുമായിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ വിഷയങ്ങളും ഭാരതത്തിൽ നിന്ന് പോയതാണ്. ഒറ്റൊരു ഓർമ്മ വന്നത് ടൗ ഓഫ് ഫിസിക്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഫ്രിഡ്ജ് ഓഫ് കാപ്രയുടെ ഒരു ബുക്കുണ്ട്. അതിനകത്ത് ശിവതാണ്ഡവത്തെ കുറിച്ചും ആറ്റത്തിന്റെ വൈബ്രേഷൻസിനെ കുറിച്ചും പറയാറുണ്ട്. മാത്രമല്ല CERN എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മളുടെ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് ഓഫ് ആറ്റോമിക് എനർജി പോലെ ന്യൂക്ലിയർ സയൻസിന്റെ വിദേശത്തുള്ള യൂറോപ്പിലുള്ള CERN ഓഫീസുകളിലെല്ലാം അവർ നടരാജ വിഗ്രഹമാണ് അവരുടെ ഒരു പ്രതിമയായിട്ട് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതിനെപ്പറ്റിയൊക്കെ വായിച്ചപ്പോൾ DIയുടെ ഒരു ഭാഗമായതുകൊണ്ട് കൂടി ഞാൻ പറയാം, ഇതെല്ലാം ഇവിടുന്ന് പോയതാണ്. നമ്മളത് മനസ്സിലാക്കാതെ നമ്മൾ വടക്കോട്ടും തെക്കോട്ടും നോക്കിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്നു. അവരിതെല്ലാം സ്വാംശീകരിച്ച് സെൽഫ് ഹെൽപ്പ് ബുക്കുകളുടെ ഇറക്കുന്നു. പല തിയറികളും കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ സുരേഷ് ബാബു സാറിനെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് അപ്രീഷിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ തോന്നുന്നു. ഇതും ഒരു ഭാരതീയ ഫിലോസഫിയിലും ഇങ്ങനൊരു അന്തർലീനമായ കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. ഹുവാമായി എന്നുള്ളത് ഭഗവത്ഗീതയിൽ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ഇതൊരു കണക്ഷൻ കൂടെ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് നമുക്ക് ഒരു വേറൊരു ലെവലിലേക്ക് വരുന്നത്. താങ്ക് യു തുളസീധരൻ സാർ, വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിലൊരു ഫീഡ്ബാക്കിന്. ഇനി ആരെങ്കിലും ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഉണ്ട്? ആൻഡ്രൈസ് കാണുന്നില്ല. ഈ വിഷയത്തിലേക്ക് സംശയങ്ങളാണെങ്കിലും അഭിപ്രായങ്ങളാണെങ്കിലും ആൻഡ്രൈസ് ചെയ്ത് പറയാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അൺമ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത് പറയാം.
എനിക്ക് പേടിയുള്ള ഒരാളുണ്ട് ഇതിനകത്ത്. പേര് തോമസ് എന്നാണ് ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്നെങ്കിലും പോൻസി സാർ എന്നറിയാം.
സാർ ഓപ്പൺ സെഷനിലെ വരിക, വിശദമായി ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ.
സുനിൽ സാറേ, തുളസീധരൻ സാറേ, ഞാൻ സാധാരണ എടുക്കുന്ന എല്ലാ സെഷന്റെയും ഞാൻ PPT ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. ഇതുവരെ ഈ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിൽ എടുത്ത എല്ലാ PPTയും ഞാൻ അന്നേരം ഇട്ടു. കാരണം ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന വെച്ചാല് ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ ആ നോളജ് നമ്മുടെ അല്ലാതായി. നമ്മൾ പലയിടത്തുനിന്ന് കളക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് എഴുതുകയാണ്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ അത് ഒരിക്കൽ ക്ലാസ് എടുത്താൽ അതോടുകൂടി നമ്മുടെ അല്ലാതാവുന്നതാണ് ഒരു ഭാരതീയ സംസ്കൃത കൺസെപ്റ്റ്. അപ്പൊ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ആവശ്യമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി, ഞാൻ ഇട്ട് തരാം. ഞങ്ങൾ സാധാരണ ഈ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ഇടാറുണ്ട്, എല്ലാത്തിന്റെ അന്നേരം ഇടാറുണ്ട്.
സുരേഷ് ബാബു സാർ അത് ഇട്ടില്ലെങ്കിലും അതിന്റെ റെക്കോർഡിംഗ് വരുമ്പോ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് നോക്കി അത് ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്ത് വെക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു അവസരം ഉണ്ട്.
അല്ല, അതന്നെ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ കൊടുക്കാണ്. കാരണം എനിക്ക് ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം നമ്മൾ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ അല്ലാതാവുന്നൊരു ഇതുണ്ട്. അതാണ് ഒരു കൺസെപ്റ്റ്. 8:15 നമുക്ക് നിർത്തണ്ടേ?
ഇനി ആരെങ്കിലും പ്രതികരണങ്ങളിലേക്ക് ഉണ്ടോ? ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്?
രാജി മാഡം ഇതിനിടയ്ക്ക് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. രാജി മാഡം ഉണ്ട്, സരസൻ മാഡം ഉണ്ട്, സജിത് സാറുണ്ട്, മനോജ് സാറുണ്ട്, പോയി
ബീന മാഡം ഉണ്ട്, രാജി മാഡം ഉണ്ട്, ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്.
മലയാളത്തിൽ പറ സാറേ.
മോണ്ടി സാർ
പറയാതെ പറഞ്ഞു, വിളിക്കാതെ വിളിച്ചു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ആയിപ്പോയി. സുജിത് സാർ പ്ലീസ്, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞോളാം.
ആയിക്കോട്ടെ.
ഞാന് അല്പം താമസിച്ചാണ് കയറിയത്. അതിന്റെ ഒരു ജാള്യതയും ഒരു പരിഭ്രമവും ഉള്ളത് കൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ പറയാതിരുന്നത്. എന്തായാലും സബ്ജക്റ്റ് വളരെ നല്ല രൂപത്തിൽ സുരേഷ് ബാബു സാർ അവതരിപ്പിച്ചു. അതിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും ഹൈലൈറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈ നമ്മള് TA ട്രാൻസാക്ഷണൽ അനാലിസിസിന് ഇന്ത്യൻ കൾച്ചറൽ ഇതുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ സാധാരണമായിട്ട് ഒരാൾക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നില്ല. അത് വളരെ എക്സലന്റ് ആയിട്ട് നല്ലൊരു പരിപ്രേക്ഷത്തോടെ തന്നെ സാർ അവതരിപ്പിച്ചു. അതിനകത്ത് അവസാനത്തേക്ക് സ്ലൈഡുകൾ ഇത് എന്റെ അല്ല എന്നൊക്കെ തോന്നിക്കുന്ന രൂപത്തിലുള്ള സ്ലൈഡുകളൊക്കെ വളരെ എക്സലന്റ് ആയി. അതുകൊണ്ട് PPT ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുമെങ്കിൽ അത് ഞങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ വളരെ ഉപകാരപ്രദമാവുമായിരുന്നു എന്നുകൂടി ഒന്ന് പറയുകയാണ്. എൻ്റെ ഒരു അഭിനന്ദനം മാത്രം 2 പേർ. ഓക്കെ, ഓവർ ടു PD സാർ.
ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു സജിത് സാർ ഫോർ ദ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്. അത് സുരേഷ് ബാബു സാർ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഇതുവരെ എടുത്ത എല്ലാ ക്ലാസിന്റെയും PPT അനുയോജ്യമായ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഉചിതമായ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിൽ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. അത് നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഗ്യാരണ്ടീഡ് ആയിട്ടാണ്. ഇനി രാജി മാഡം പ്ലീസ്.
സർ, നല്ല സെഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു. സുരേഷ് ബാബു സാറിന്റെ സെഷനൊക്കെ അഭിപ്രായം പറയുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് തന്നെ വലിയൊരു ഇതാണ്. പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയ ഒരു കാര്യം എന്ന് വെച്ചാല്, ഇറ്റ്സ് മൈ പേഴ്സണൽ ഒപ്പീനിയൻ, കുറെ പ്രൊഫസേഴ്സ് തമ്മിലിരുന്ന് വലിയൊരു കാര്യം ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ ഒരു കൊച്ചുകുട്ടിയായിട്ട് ഒരു നഴ്സറി ക്ലാസ്സിലെ ഒരു കുട്ടി ഇരുന്ന് കാണുന്ന പോലത്തെ ഒരു അവസ്ഥയായിരുന്നു ആക്ച്വലി ഇന്നത്തെ സെഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അത്രയും വളരെ ഗഹനമായ ഒരു വിഷയമാണ്, ഒരു സംശയമില്ല. അതാണ് സാർ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ, സാറിന് അറിയാം അതിന്റെ ഒരു ഗ്രാവിറ്റി. ആ രീതിയിലാണ് സാർ സെഷൻ എടുത്തത്. പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് വേറൊരു അഭിപ്രായം തോന്നിയെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, ഈ PPT ഇല്ലായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ കുറെ കൂടി സാറ് ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് ഇതിൽ ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ്, ഐ മീൻ മോർ ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് ആൻഡ് മോർ എന്താ പറയുക, ഈസി സിമ്പിൾ ആയിട്ട് കുറെ കൂടി സാർ പറയായിരുന്നു തോന്നുന്നു. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് സാർ ഇത്രയും കണ്ടൻസ് ഈ ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷനിൽ കൊണ്ടുവരണം എന്ന് നിശ്ചയിച്ചിരുന്നത് കൊണ്ടാണ് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇത് വന്നതെന്ന് തോന്നി. എനിക്ക് ഇച്ചിരി ഒരു ഇത് ട്രാൻസാക്ഷണൽ അനാലിസിസ് എല്ലാ പ്രാവശ്യം എല്ലാ സെഷനിലും ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒക്കെ ഒരു പോയിന്റിൽ ഈ ഈഗോ സ്റ്റേറ്റും ഇങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം വരുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പോ അത് കുറെ കൂടി വളരെ എന്താ പറയുക, ബേസിക്സ് തൊട്ട് നമ്മളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ കാണിക്കുന്ന ആ ഒരു ചിന്താഗതി, ആ ഒരു മനസ്സിന് ഒരുപാട് നമോവാകാം. പിന്നെ ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫിലോസഫി, ഇന്ത്യൻ കൾച്ചർ ഒക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടുന്ന് എന്തെങ്കിലും അങ്ങോട്ട് പോയോ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നോ എന്നതിനപ്പുറം എവ്രിതിങ് ഈസ് ഹിയർ, എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട് ഇവിടെ. അത് നമുക്കത് മനസ്സിലാണെങ്കിൽ വെളിയിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരാൾ പറഞ്ഞു തരണം എന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്രശ്നമുണ്ട്. അതാണ് അതിന്റെ പ്രശ്നം. അതിനും there are reasons, ഹിസ്റ്റോറിക്കൽ റീസൺസ് ഒരുപാടുണ്ട്. അന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഇതെല്ലാം ഫീഡ്ബാക്കിന്റെ സമയമാണ്. സുനിൽ സാറും എക്സലന്റ് PD. ഇത് യു പീപ്പിൾ ആർ ബിയോണ്ട് അവർ എന്താ പറയുക, നമ്മുടെയൊക്കെ ഒരു പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവിനും ഒക്കെ അപ്പുറത്തുള്ള ആളുകളാണ്. അപ്പം പക്ഷെ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു അവസരം കിട്ടിയത് കൊണ്ട് പറഞ്ഞതാണ്. ഈ എല്ലാവർക്കും മാതൃകയായിട്ട്, അതുപോലെ പാർട്ട് ഓഫ് ഹിസ്റ്ററി ആൻഡ് ഹു മേക്ക് ഹിസ്റ്ററി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു ഡിഫറൻസ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ ആൾക്കാർ തമ്മിൽ. സുരേഷ് ബാബു സർ ഈസ് വൺ അമംഗ് ദോസ് who have changed or who have made history എന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്. That's all. Thank you all the participants also.
വളരെ നല്ല അഭിപ്രായം. ഇവാലുവേറ്റീവ് ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. കാരണം അതിനകത്തുള്ള ഒരു വ്യൂവേഴ്സ് പെർസ്പെക്റ്റീവ് കൂടെ കൊണ്ടുവന്നു. അത് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് സാധാരണ ട്രാൻസാക്ഷൻ അനാലിസിസ് കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ PAC പൊസിഷനും ലൈവ് പൊസിഷനും സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് വരെയൊക്കെ പറയും. അതിനപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ആരും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. അതിൽ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ ലെവലിലേക്കും എല്ലാ ട്രാൻസാക്ഷൻ ലെവലിലേക്കും കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഫിലോസഫി കണക്ട് ചെയ്തു. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് കുറച്ചൊരു തിക്കായിട്ട് തോന്നിയതെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. പക്ഷേ the way you presented, presented, അത് വളരെ സിമ്പിൾ ആണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു രാജി മാഡം ഫോർ ദി ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്. ഇനി മുട്ടി സാറ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. മാഡം, മനോജ് സാർ.
ഞാൻ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് പറയുന്നത് ലോ സെഷൻ പറയാം.
അല്ല
സാറേ, ഞാൻ വെളുപ്പിനെ ഒരു 3 മണി കഴിഞ്ഞാ ഞാൻ തിരുവനന്തപുരത്ത് പോയിരിക്കുന്നു. വെളുപ്പിനെ 3 മണിയായപ്പോ വന്നൊന്ന് കിടന്നതാണ്. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് രാവിലെ എഴുന്നേറ്റപ്പോഴാണല്ലോ ഇത് കണ്ടത്, സുരേഷ് ബാബു സാറിന്റെ ക്ലാസ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ കയറി പകുതി മയക്കത്തിലാണ് കേട്ടോണ്ടിരുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഒരു ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് പറയാനിപ്പം ഒരു കാര്യമേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ഈ ട്രാൻസാക്ഷൻ അനാലിസിസിന്റെ തിയറീസ് ഇപ്പൊ ആരാ പറഞ്ഞത്, രാജി പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമ്മളെ ഇത് ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കേൾക്കുന്ന ഒരാൾക്ക് നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും ഏറ്റവും സിമ്പിളായിട്ട് TA പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് സ്ട്രോക്കിൽ തുടങ്ങുകയാണ്. എന്താണ് സ്ട്രോക്കിന്റെ ആവശ്യം എന്താണ്? കാരണം ഇത് വ്യക്തിപരമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മാറ്റത്തിലേക്ക് നമ്മളെ നയിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ സ്ട്രോക്കിനുള്ള ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് എന്താണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ കാരണം ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു പെരുമാറ്റങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു അബദ്ധങ്ങളെ മനസ്സിലാക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണല്ലോ ഇതിൽ വരുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ആ ആശയത്തിൽ തുടങ്ങി വരികയാണെങ്കിൽ കുറെ കൂടെ ആൾക്കാരിലേക്ക് ഇത് കൊണ്ടുചെല്ലാൻ പറ്റും. നമ്മൾ അല്ലാതെ ഈ ആദ്യത്തെ നമ്മള് കടുകട്ടിയായിട്ടുള്ള സാധനം എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒരൊറ്റ ഇലയിലിട്ട് വിളമ്പുമ്പോൾ ഇതിനകത്ത് കേട്ടിട്ടില്ലാത്തവർക്ക് പെട്ടെന്ന് എന്താണെന്ന് ഒരു പിടിയും കിട്ടി കാണത്തില്ല. ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കേൾക്കുന്നവർക്ക് എന്താണ് സാർ പറഞ്ഞു വരുന്നുള്ളത് പിടി കിട്ടത്തില്ല. അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് കുറെ കൂടെ സിംപ്ലിഫൈ ചെയ്ത് സ്ട്രോക്കിൽ തുടങ്ങുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എളുപ്പമുണ്ട്. എപ്പോഴും അവതരിപ്പിക്കുമ്പോൾ സ്ട്രോക്കിൽ തുടങ്ങുകയാണ് നല്ലത് എന്ന് മാത്രമേ എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളൂ. ബാക്കി പിന്നെ ആരെങ്കിലും സംശയമൊക്കെ ചോദിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ കൂടെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ കൂടാ എന്നുള്ളതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഫ്രോയിഡിനെ പറ്റിയൊക്കെ ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഈ സൈക്കോളജി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇത് ഫീഡ്ബാക്കിലൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോ ഈ ഫ്രോയിഡിന്റെ കാര്യമൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഈ ഫ്രോയിഡും എറിക് ബേണുമായിട്ടൊക്കെ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് നമുക്ക് ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നതിന്റെ അപ്പുറമാണ്. അത് അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും നമ്മളെ ഇത് അറിയാൻ മേലാതെ ഇവരെ എല്ലാം കൂടെ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്തൊന്നും ഫീഡ്ബാക്കിലൊന്നും പറയരുതെന്ന് മാത്രമേ എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളൂ. ഇത് ഇത് വളരെ ഗഹനമായ സാധനങ്ങളല്ലേ. അപ്പൊ അത് ചുമ്മാ എടുത്ത് നമ്മൾ അങ്ങനെ സാറ് പറഞ്ഞതല്ല, ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഒക്കെ വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് എല്ലാവരും ഒത്തിരി അഭിപ്രായങ്ങൾ പറയുന്നത് അത് ഇതിന്റെ ഈ കമ്പാരിസൺസ് ഒക്കെ ശരിയല്ലെന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെയൊന്നും നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാരണം അല്ലെ പിന്നെ അതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റഡിയുടെ ഡെപ്തിൽ അറിഞ്ഞതിന് ശേഷം ഇതൊക്കെ അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയാവുള്ളൂ. ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് അല്ലെ ആൾക്ക് കേൾക്കുന്നവർ ഓർക്കും ഇത് എന്താണ് ഈ പറയുന്നത്. ഞാൻ ഓപ്പൺ സെഷൻ വരാം സാർ.
ഓക്കെ സാർ, ഓക്കെ മോഡി സാർ.
ഞാനൊരു ചായ ഉണ്ടാക്കി കുടിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കാരണം ഞാൻ തന്നെ ഉള്ളൂ. വൈഫിനെ ഇന്നലെ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയക്ക് ഒന്ന് വിട്ടണമായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ ഓസ്ട്രേലിയക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവിടാൻ ട്രിവാൻഡ്രത്ത് പോയിട്ട് ഞാൻ വെളുപ്പിന് 3 മണിയായപ്പോ 1 മണി.
കോട്ടയത്തിന് പോകുന്ന പോലെ ലാഘവത്തോടെയാണല്ലോ സാറ് പറഞ്ഞത്, ഒന്ന് ഓസ്ട്രേലിയക്ക് വിട്ടെന്ന്. അല്ല ഞാൻ
ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് പോകാൻ പറ്റും ചെയ്തു സാറേ, ആരും അറിയത്തില്ലെന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ.
നമ്മുടെ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് പറയാനുണ്ടോ
സാറേ? ഈ സ്ട്രോക്സിനെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ സാറേ? അപ്പൊ അതിപ്പോ നമ്മൾ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ജോബി സാറിനും അല്ല സുനിൽ സാറിനും. അപ്പൊ അവര് ഇനിയിപ്പോ അടുത്ത സെഷനിൽ ഇപ്പൊ ഞാനായിരിക്കില്ല എടുക്കുക. ഇവര് ഓരോരുത്തരും ഓരോന്നായിട്ട് മുറിച്ചെടുക്കാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പൊ ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ മാത്രം കൊടുത്തിട്ട് അപ്പം ഇത് ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇനി ഇതിന് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും വേറെ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ അവരെടുക്കുക. അപ്പം ഈ സെഷൻ ഒരാളെടുക്കാതെ പലരെടുത്ത് പല ഭാഗങ്ങളെടുത്ത്. അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് വേറെ ഒരു കമ്പോണൻസിനെ പറ്റി ഇന്ന് പറയാതിരുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഇനി വരുന്ന സ്ട്രോക്സ് ഉണ്ട്, സ്ട്രോക്സ് എടുക്കാം, പിന്നെ സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ്സ് എടുക്കാം, പിന്നെ ഗെയിം, അങ്ങനെ ഓരോന്നോരോന്നായിട്ട് എടുത്ത് പോയാൽ ഒരു തുടർച്ച. അതാണ് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് ഇതിനകത്ത്. അപ്പൊ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ അത് ടച്ച് ചെയ്യണ്ടെന്ന് വെച്ചു ഞങ്ങള്. അപ്പം നെക്സ്റ്റ് സുധാ സാർ അലോ ചെയ്യുന്ന നെക്സ്റ്റ് സെഷനിൽ ഒന്നെങ്കിൽ സുനിൽ സാർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ജോബി സാർ ആയിരിക്കും എടുക്കുക. അങ്ങനെ പോകാനാണ്. അപ്പം ഞങ്ങൾ തുടങ്ങുന്നത് അടുത്ത ആഴ്ച. സുനിൽ സാറേ, ജോബി സാറിന് നമ്മൾ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് സ്ട്രോക്സിൽ തുടങ്ങാം. ഇൻട്രഡക്ഷൻ സാർ. നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും ഫ്രോയിഡിനെ ടച്ച് ചെയ്യരുത് സാറേ. നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ പണ്ട് പോലെ നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം കേട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ചെറുപ്പത്തിലെ ഫ്രോയിഡിന്റെ പേരെ കേട്ടിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഫ്രോയിഡിന്റെ പേര് കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു പാസിംഗ് റിമാർക്സ് നടത്തിയുള്ളൂ. ഞാനിപ്പോ സാറിനെ ഇങ്ങനെ